It's officially Spooktober. Yeah, you know what that means. So recently, I got one of these things. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Oculus Quest 2. This thing is a powerhouse. It has a 90Hz refresh rate, it is 4K resolution, 2K per eye, and it has a better processor than the Valve freaking Index. This thing is a portable, cheap powerhouse right here. And you know what I did? I pre-ordered this thing, and now what we're going to do is we are actually going to be making a game for this. And since it's Spooktober, we're going to be making a Halloween game. Because, I mean, what? Why wouldn't I make a Halloween game for this? This is like the best time. So without further ado, we're going to be making a horror game for the Oculus Quest 2. Okay, so the first thing I did was I put in a little ball and a platform in, and then I played around with the lighting a bit because I really wanted to make sure that like the lighting was spooky and eerie and creepy and all that good stuff. And I followed a cool tutorial from Jimmy Vegas. I really love his videos, by the way. Go sub to him. So yeah, I did that, and then eventually later on I actually got started with the game after playing around a bit. And then I eventually got tired of doing that, so I started making my level. Next, I decided to go online to the Google Net, and I decided to grab some textures. Next, it was time to import my trees and make a path. Next, after getting my Oculus integration imported, it was time to make our enemy. In this case, our enemy's name is Bob, aka the little green square on my shirt on my animated character you see in my profile picture. But yeah, so basically, this game is called Night of the Killer Cube. And what kind of game would this be without a killer cube, right? Yeah. So what I did is I went into Paint 3D, aka the best modeling software, and I made a quick little model. I also decided to give the enemy a bit of a red glow from their eyes to kind of show the player when they're behind them, and also to add a bit of a scary, like, oh god, they're behind me kind of factor. So that's why this is here with like the red light, and it's kind of inspired by Dead by Daylight, how you'll see like the red light coming from the enemy's eyes in that, and I kind of like that. Next, I just took a flashlight and slapped it in there for extra effect, and then I started making everything scary. I made this little beat in Bosco Seal, and it sounds a little bit like this. For the AI, I used what's called a nav mesh. Basically, this is for bot navigation. It basically tells an object what it can and can't walk on. Then Mojo hopped into TeamViewer and we worked together making a script that would basically make it so that the AI doesn't only walk around randomly, but when it sees the player within a certain range, it attacks the player. But when it doesn't see the player, it just kind of patrols around. The jump scare for the cube was originally just going to have it running at you, but in the final product off camera, I eventually decided to change it to just shaking because it was easier and looked better. But it's not actually scary as it's just a cube. It's still plenty of fun to play. So the player's objective is to try and collect all 5 keys before you're killed. It's a pretty simple objective and pretty slenderish, but yeah, you get the idea. Now, without further ado, let's see our spooky results. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Me and Mojo worked so hard to produce it, and I'm really glad you guys are subscribing. We hit 1K. I have some cool stuff planned for 1K. Stick around for that, and be sure to subscribe if you already haven't. And yeah, enjoy the video. Now, yeah. Okay, bye-bye. I'm tired.